Welcome to another episode of our podcast. Today we will talk about recognition, and recognition as an action is something that is magical in my eyes, and it is a path for us to extract ourselves from suffering, even on an immediate level, on a spontaneous level. But first, we should understand in depth what recognition means, what is intended, and of course we will look at what suffering we are talking about or how it is expressed. I'll say right away, it can be suffering, forms, emotions, sensations, thinking, and so on. And essentially, how can we improve ourselves from being in a state that is unpleasant for us relatively quickly and spontaneously? So let's get started. Acknowledgement, in its immediate translation, is to recognize, to acknowledge, to give space. It can also imply accepting, and it could even mean coming to terms with. Right now we are looking at to acknowledge the existence of the thing. That is acknowledging of existence. Let's say I have a bit of a sore throat, a little uncomfortable. If I focus on something else, that would be a distraction, or I start worrying about it. That will cause me thoughts. But our thinking is the thing that actually prevents us from resting, from healing, meaning our attention goes into our reaction, some kind of stance we are currently developing toward the pain. It could be an attitude of aversion, it could be annoyance, it could be fear that tomorrow I won't be healthy by the evening. So the first acknowledgement, or the first shade of acknowledgement, means I am actually present to the fact that I feel some pain in the throat area. So that is the first shade of acknowledging the existence of the thing. The next thing is to realize that I did not cause this unpleasant thing, I did not cause this pain, I did not determine it, I did not control it. So you could call it a shade of acknowledgement of the lack of choice in it. And there could be all sorts of words that fit this, but I will continue so that it is understood. So this is the first, the existence of the thing, which is the sore throat. And now it is the recognition that I did not choose for it to be there. In the third case, it can often be difficult for people, and that is to acknowledge another nuance of acknowledgement, which is the lack of ability. So I acknowledge that I do not have the ability right now to stop the pain. I also did not choose it, so I cannot blame myself, but I also cannot stop this pain. I have no theoretical ability at this very second, just in this moment, not tomorrow, not later, not through medication. At this second I cannot reach out and simply remove it. So I want to acknowledge in this case, beyond the fact that I acknowledge my inability to change the thing. To give space to that acknowledgement is to truly agree with this perspective, with this shade of acknowledgement, to agree and accept it, that I truly cannot change it. And it is to shed the resistance from us, because what causes the greatest suffering is the resistance. So I am resisting the pain in my throat. I resist it. That is what creates, that is what paradoxically perpetuates the pain for me. And at first, this stage will seem scary to many people, or something they will try to avoid. And the reason is that it feels like the opposite of what we are used to. We are used to fighting situations where we are helpless. We won't let ourselves be in a state of helplessness. We will constantly pull away and we will constantly resist. But paradoxically, this resistance is what causes us so much suffering, so much noise, so much overthinking, to frustration, to discomfort, to impatience. So I bring it back and we collect it. The first is acknowledging that I have a sore throat. The second is the recognition that I did not choose it. The third is to acknowledge that there is nothing I can do about its existence. I cannot reach out and simply remove it. And these three are enough to already create movement. And the reason is that we actually stop blaming ourselves without even noticing. And of course, if I take this example of a sore throat, it can be very, very clear why I don't blame myself. That's clear. But if I am experiencing loneliness in life because my partner cheated, so our resistance will keep us in a constant fight, and then we worsen our situation. What else we can do is look at the situation of what is happening to me at work, how I don't get to everything I have on my plate, a very unpleasant experience, being under a load, tension and stress. So I can direct this practice toward an experience of stress. I acknowledge that there is a load here now, that there is tension weighing on me. I can acknowledge that I didn't choose this at all. To face this load, to face this burdensome experience. I did not choose to experience being betrayed. I did not choose to be in a situation where I am fighting and have great anger at myself or others. I did not choose this, it just happened. I did not choose to feel bad when my parents criticized me, or I did not choose to be short-tempered. There are all sorts of factors that cause the situation to arise for all these large or small situations of stress, pressure, or distress. And then we move to the third part, and the third part is whether I have the ability in this second, in this specific moment right now, do I have the ability to stop it? In 100% of cases, we will find that we do not. Meaning I don't have the ability at that moment to stop it, to press a button, reach out, walk away, or ignore it and not feel any of that. And if you can do it, but most of the time we are in situations where we cannot stop. What triggers that distress in me, or that unpleasant experience, or emotional, mental, or sensory difficulty. So the third part of recognition is helplessness, recognizing our inability to simply make it disappear. We don't have that ability, and to be honest, which is another aspect of acknowledgement, to be honest with personal integrity about the inability to change it. Just to feel that right now I have no ability to change it. It is not necessarily something terrible. It is not necessarily a difficult experience, but we simply use the power of acknowledgement, the power of recognition. It is simply to give ourselves a few moments to be solely with the third part of acknowledgement that says I have no ability to stop this occurrence and to feel myself as unable to influence it, to rest within this state. Sometimes at the beginning it can create a certain tension, but our truth with ourselves, the honesty, is always healthy. So even if it is unpleasant at first, it is necessarily healthy. And then we move to the final part of the acknowledgement. The final part says that if it is actually a necessary product of the three initial perspectives, then if there is something that exists, I did not choose to put it there, and I have no ability to influence it at this moment. This means that at this moment, an inevitable, necessary product means that I have freedom from this thing. Meaning I can, or I could be, we can be free from this thing. I don't need to deal with it in any way because I have no ability to change it, so I have no obligation to cling to it, to think about it. Meaning I am free from dealing with it because I truly saw or realized earlier that I have no way to change it. I have no way to erase it. We are talking, of course, about some kind of pain, difficulty, or mental, sensory, or emotional distress, whatever we want to call it. So I will do it now with the pain in my throat. And you, each one of you, are invited to do this with distress in relationships or between yourselves or any worry you may have. I am with the pain in my throat, which now, without us noticing, I suddenly no longer feel. And that is no coincidence, because in fact, these are situations where we shed the preoccupation with something unpleasant from our consciousness, and it is not by chance that we will also feel it less. It will be less present. But what usually happens to us is that because of the resistance to the situation, and because we do not go through a process of acknowledgement, in fact what happens is that we return to the thing itself, and we actually connect our experience in this moment to all the other things that come with it. Meaning, if I also have a sore throat and I also feel helpless, I don't know how to solve it, and it's also cyclical. So we are actually linking our momentary experience with the existence of what causes us distress. And when we go through a process that is goes through a process of deep acknowledgement, actually I gave myself permission that I did not have permission for in the first place, not to engage with it, not to take it on, not to deal with what causes me distress. And this process is special, and you are welcome to do it with all sorts of things, all kinds of challenges you encounter in your daily life. And in fact, you create for yourselves an opportunity and freedom from many things that cause distress in your lives. Take a deep breath, and whoever wants to, there is also a meditation in English that touches on acknowledgement, although it is faster there and does not touch on all the layers. So I hope this was a pleasant and blessed experience. I am also starting a newsletter where you can ask questions and get answers. You are welcome to sign up for the newsletter to join the mailing list, and through the newsletter you can actually send me questions via email and receive answers. In other words, this is a path where we can deepen the connection. So I wish you continued good and blessed days, and see you in the next episodes.